Welcome back to the morning show. We are live in downtown Jackson at Consumers Energy's Innovation Center on location. And joining us now is the Vice President and Chief Digital Officer for Consumers Energy, Rajda. Aaron, welcome back to the show.
It's great to be back, Bart. Thank you so much for being here with us in the Innovation Center and for spending some time with us today.
Yeah, so you were with us on the morning show about 6 months ago.
Right.
And you told us what Chief Digital Officer was, and Andy and I, we forgot.
The way I think about it is simply how do we think about software and digital to help our customers, crews, and coworkers make their lives easier, more effective, and really continue to innovate across all of our businesses.
You guys are doing a lot with technology. Can you describe it?
Think about the interaction our customers have with our website, interactions customers have with our mobile app. Or the goal would be to make sure that customers, when they go there, is it easy? Can they solve their problem quickly? Think about our crews and the trucks. How do we make sure the crews enjoy the experience of using their tough books, making sure they understand where to go, keeping them safe, and importantly, making sure we get service back to our customers as soon as possible.
Before we talk too much about consumers, we need to find out a little bit more about you. We found out where Garrick went to high school. Who took his senior photos? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Bart didn't take my senior photos, unfortunately. So I grew up in Livonia, so Southeast Michigan. So grew up in the area. Currently live in Ann Arbor. I joined Consumers about a little less than 2 years ago now. So, and it was interesting too. Didn't think about Consumers as an option early in my career, but absolutely loving it now. I'm married. I've got 2 children. My children go to Argon College now. My son's about to graduate, actually, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
He's on the west side of the state. So we love the area. Michiganders at heart. Spend our summers and winters up in northern Michigan.
Cool.
You came from Ford, right?
I did.
So
yeah.
There's a company. You talk about high technology, cutting edge company with a lot of excitement. The Michigan Central, the headquarters, and all that they're doing. So it's interesting to me that you left that, which really is a high tech environment, to come here. But you're seeing a future at Consumers Energy that's similar to what Ford's doing.
Absolutely. The energy industry is fascinating. As a technologist, someone that loves software, thinks about data, the opportunities in the energy industry are amazing, right? And the sky's the limit at this point in terms of what we can go do. So we think about the data we're pulling off of meters, how we keep our crews safe in the field, how we support our customers when they've got questions about their service. The different types of challenges and the different opportunities are unbounded. So to be part of that right now, especially with the changes in the industry, is a great opportunity.
When you were a kid, did you think you'd have a digitally focused career? Is your background similar to some of those that work with you at the Innovation Center?
It's funny. I always admit, right, in high school, when I went to college, my goal was to be an accountant. I wanted to work for the IRS doing taxes and audits.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
This sounds more exciting what you're doing.
I made a pivot and ended up taking a technology route, and I don't regret it at all.
Got a lot of new young talent at Consumers. Would you say it's a new mentality?
It's a yes and no, right? One, we've got a lot of great talented employees here, right? As I came into the company, really understanding the talent, the capabilities, and really helping the teams focus on what are the problems we need to go solve. And then we've been doing hiring as well, right? Because there were some areas we wanted to build some talent. And as we went out to the market, I remember, right, one of the discussions we had was, are people going to want to come work in Jackson, right? There's other areas out there that people want to, West Coast, East Coast. But I'll tell you what, Bart, the number of applicants we had that want to be part of what Consumers Energy is doing here in Jackson amazed us. And we've been able to do some great hiring, great talent, great camaraderie across our teams as we welcome those new team members as well.
It seems like there's a fast pace here. So for what is happening here, how fast is an innovation that's being developed here ending up facing a customer?
Yeah. Well, Garrick would say we need to go faster, but there's a lot of change happening, right? So, the team's going through a lot of change as we look at our practices, how we build software, how we solve problems, how we engage across our business. There's a lot of change. It's going fast. And I would say, considering what we've done in the time, a better pace, a quicker pace, largely because we have to, right? I mean, time is the most scarce resource out there, so how do we move fast, take advantage of those opportunities as soon as we can, and again, all in service to our customers, right? That continues to drive so much of what we do.
Aaron, what's AI gonna do for this work, or continue to do for this work? Are we gonna see robots running this place in a few years?
You know, we're gonna see robots. We've got robots. We have a lot of work just in drones, if you think about drone as a form of a robot in some ways. AI is something we're already using, right? So we've got numerous applications where we're using AI to make software better and to make jobs easier. We're going to continue to do that. Robots, we'll continue to see how do we use robots differently in the field, in our office, in our different work environments as well. So, you know, when we talk about digital, it's not just the software you see on your mobile phone or PC, but it's digital in many forms, and all those, including robots and hardware.
Right.
Yeah, it seems like the technology, things are moving so fast. You know, particularly with AI.
Right.
How do you keep it up? How do you stay ahead of it?
Yeah. One is, we do a lot of, within our team, right, always encourage this continuous learning and continuous improvement. In fact, this afternoon we've got a tech meetup with our team where we're going to highlight some different things our teams are doing just to help educate the whole team. But we're also looking at, as we build software, how do we make that software easy to change? Because we know, because technology is changing, right, our goal is to keep software soft, right, so that we can continue to change it as new techniques are introduced, as new technologies are introduced, and we can make those changes quickly.
When we first met you 6 months ago, and even today, I can tell that you love what you do.
I do, absolutely. I think digital is a broad topic, but the way I see it here at Consumers, I mean, Garrick, when I remember first talking with him, right, he wanted Consumers to be a digital-first energy company, right? And we're living that right now. The work we're doing with our teams, the investment we're making in our teams is wonderful, right? And it's paying off for our customers, crews, and coworkers.
Yeah, we've talked to so many people that work here, and some that grew up here, some that came here, and really, without exception, they never envisioned working at Consumers Energy because they really didn't know what was going on down here.
Yeah.
Is it, communicating what's happening, has that been challenging?
We're using different forms to get the word out about what Consumers is doing, what the company is about, what we stand for. And that draws a lot of interest, right? This call to service around heating homes, providing power to our businesses that are in Michigan. There's a sense of service that we find that our engineers, our designers, our technology talent wants to be part of, and they want to build product to support that. So we're telling the story. We're getting a lot of interest, and we're going to continue to build on that.
Next, we're going to take a look inside your code camp. What do you hope viewers and customers see from that piece?
I think the biggest one is investment in our people, right? We're investing in our people to learn new skills, work in new ways. And I will say, Andy and Bart, one of the things we do give to our code camp graduates, because we're into our third cohort, is we've developed these challenge coins that we give every graduate as part of their successful completion of our code camp. And we appreciate you being here tonight. I want to make sure I presented each of you with those. So
oh, wow.
I'm going to put in your hand there.
Thank you.
Got it?
Thank
put
you.
this in your hand.
Thank you.
Now cherish that. Those are valuable.
I will.
So,
That's right.
But it's great to continue the partnership and building on that.
I went to code camp.
You did.
Yes.
You did.
So I feel like I deserve this.
You do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are you saying I don't? Hey, Aaron,
do.
thank you. Hey, thank you so much. It was great to have you on again. And now
Thank you both.
Let's take a look at Code Camp.